And what's good, everybody? Welcome back once again today on Behind the Arc Basketball. Favorite time of the year right here going down. As we're going to have the bracket reveal in under 10 minutes. The start of the bracket reveal here for Selection Sunday. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. And my channel mostly is play-by-play basketball games, college basketball games, NBA games. I cover play-by-play for. If anybody's interested, make sure to be a part of this incredible community here on the channel, as I'll be covering a lot of great tournament games as well for the play-by-play. So glad to have you guys join in and be along if you're new, a first-timer on the stream. And also, if anybody's interested, feel free to join the Behind Your Basketball link right there to the channel group for the Bracket Challenge group. We're going to do ESPN once again this year, as that Bracket Challenge link is up there in the chat, pinned out to the chat if anybody's interested. It's also in the description of this video. So yeah, a lot of questions entering this brackets. I'm pretty sure the number one seeds at this point are set in stone, with Gonzaga, Arizona, Kansas, and most likely Baylor is the final number one seed. But as far as the bubble, this bubble is huge right now, with a lot of teams on it and a lot of questions as who's going to make it in, who's going to be out, and a lot of focus goes on some of the teams, specifically the big schools. Michigan, 17-14 record, 11-9 in the Big Ten. Will they be able to have enough to make it an 8-7 record with head coach Juwan Howard? And since January 26th for Michigan, they are win-loss, 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 and haven't gone on a single winning streak at all for them. So they're one of the teams waiting to see, determining their fate in the bracket or NIT. Other teams around that mark as well, that would be Notre Dame, a 22-10 record, 15-5 in the ACC. Best victories for Notre Dame against Kentucky at home and North Carolina. They had close losses against Texas A&M, St. Mary's, Indiana, Illinois. A terrible loss to open up conference play against BC. Xavier losing their last 7 out of 9 games for Xavier. Some bad losses too. St. John's twice, DePaul, and Iowa State. They lost back in November. Oklahoma, if you put in Michigan, you have to consider putting in Oklahoma. 18-15. Wins over Baylor, Texas Tech, Iowa State, Arkansas, Florida. Bad losses, though. We're going to crush you, and that's what happened against Butler and Utah State. Wake Forest, 23-9, 13-7 in the ACC. Best wins for Wake against Notre Dame, UNC, and Virginia Tech. They went to overtime against Oregon State and Northwestern, two of the bottom power conference schools. That's tough right there, and a pretty bad loss in the ACC conference tournament. First game they played against BC. Also bad losses they took against Clemson, Syracuse, and Louisville. And then Wyoming. Is it going to be enough? Because any other year it wouldn't. 25-8 record, 13-5 in the Mountain West. 2-4 record against the top 3 teams, Boise State, San Diego State, and Colorado State combined. Out of the top of the Mountain West for Wyoming, they also took bad losses against Stanford, New Mexico, and UNLV. What's good, everybody? If you guys are new, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Jacob, Subject 62, Anthony, Hilda, welcome back in. Glad to have you guys back at the stream once again here today. Feel free to join the Behind Your Basketball Bracket Challenge. That link is pinned in the chat if anybody's interested in doing so. And feel free to share the stream if you guys would like, and keep on smashing up the thumbs up so we can get a bunch of people in here for this selection show today. I cover play-by-play of basketball games, college basketball, NBA games. Going to be covering a lot of great tournament games, so feel free to be a part here on an amazing community right now. I got you there, so Jay Ramirez got his bracket. I got you there, man. Thanks so much for signing up. Other teams in the bubble, BYU, 22-10, 9-6 in the WCC. Best win for BYU, that was against Oregon and St. Mary's once. They have losses over Santa Clara Pacific, San Francisco twice, Vanderbilt, Utah Valley, and Creighton. And then San Francisco is higher than BYU since San Francisco beat BYU twice. San Francisco, though, are they safe even? 24-10 for San Francisco, 10-6 from the WCC. They have wins over UAB and Davidson, both in the field, and losses have gone against St. Mary's twice and Gonzaga 3 times. Chris, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much, man, for joining in. No, we'll not be doing the NIT selection show. Only the actual tournament here. So we're going to get going in under 5 minutes. It looks like Rutgers, 18-13 record, 12-8 in the Big Ten. Will they have enough to get it in? Terrible losses all the way back at the start of the season, though, against UMass, Lafayette, and DePaul. They've had victories over Purdue, Michigan State, Wisconsin, Ohio State, Illinois, Iowa, the Big Ten champions, and Indiana for Rutgers. Indiana, borderline, should be able to have enough to get in, though, considering what they've done this weekend. Indiana, 20-13 record, 9-11 in the Big Ten. Interesting to see where they put them, because I feel like that game was a single game elimination between Indiana and Michigan. Indiana came down from 17-1. Ethan, what's good? Welcome to the stream. Lajamir, welcome back in. Paul, welcome in. It's a big deal for San Francisco if they make the bracket. Should be able to have enough to make it in for the Dons. CF to the membership. Thanks so much, brother. Joining the membership. Really appreciate it, man. Let's get that member hype in the chat for CF. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Make some noise out in the chat. Who you're a fan of. Let me know which team you root for college basketball. I'm a Providence fan, by the way. I'm from Massachusetts, 20 minutes down the road from Providence. Huge Celtics fan myself, big Patriots, Red Sox, Bruins fan. But yeah, all different types of teams I cover here, so it's just not one team. I covered the SEC and Big Ten championships earlier today. Yesterday, I covered the ACC championship game and also the Big 12 championship game. Yeah, San Diego State definitely should be able to get higher than a 12 seed. North Texas not getting the credit that they deserve. They're neither in Palm or Lunardi's bracket for North Texas, but 25-6 record for North Texas, 16-2 in Conference USA. They went on a massive winning streak at one point, though their best wins only against Wichita State. That's the thing. Drake got in the field last year with 5 losses. Really good record for Drake, but they just didn't have any quality opponents in the non-conference slate, and that was the thing. Same thing as North Texas. Lost to Miami by 6, and they lost to Kansas by 12. All their losses, besides the loss against Kansas, has come from 6 points or less for North Texas. Miami, 23-10, should have enough to make it into the bracket. 14-6 in the ACC. Iowa State, interesting to see what they do with them. They have trailed backwards, 20-12, 7-11 in the Big 12, and they scored 36 points against Oklahoma State and got held under 45 against Texas Tech. What's good, Salvador Chavez? Welcome to the stream. James, welcome in. Kansas and Baylor probably are the 2 number 1 seeds, most likely. So Gonzaga, Arizona, Kansas winning the Big 12 championship, and a lot of question marks in the last one, but I think it's probably going to be Baylor, because the teams that's had the opportunity to jump Baylor to go up to the 1 weren't able to capitalize on it this weekend, from it looks to be. Because Kentucky had a chance yesterday, they couldn't win. Duke had a chance yesterday, they couldn't win. Auburn got bounced out first game they played against Texas A&M, and Purdue wouldn't have enough either way, losing to Iowa, but Purdue's probably going to drop to a 3 either way. Justin on the stream, welcome in. Purdue, I would hope, would move up to a 2. They were incredible this weekend. All right, here we go, everybody. If you guys are doing the stream, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's go. As all these teams are awaiting their moment. Brawley Vaughn, welcome in. Selection Sunday coming to you guys right now, as I'm going to fill in the teams throughout who gets in. I'll be filling in who's the teams here. Thanks so much all for joining in today. If anybody's interested, feel free to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge. That link is pinned to the chat if anybody's interested in doing so. Chris, welcome in. Sorry to hear that there, brother. Yeah, your team's going to be hearing their fate to see if their tournament or NIT coming up. Bryant is definitely a 16 seed. All right, unanimous number 1. Gonzaga, the top seed in the tournament bracket, as they are the number 1 seed overall heading into March Madness. They are out of the West region. We're at the top left of the bracket. Gonzaga, the 1, will face the 16. Who will that be? That will be Georgia State. Out of the Sun Belt, 18-10 a record. So that game will take place in Portland, Oregon. Boise State gets the 8. Mountain West Tournament champions. I saw them up to a 6 on Lunardi's. Who will they face in the 9 seed? That'll be Memphis. Oh, baby, what a game right there. Boise State and Memphis for that 8 versus 9 battle. Out in Buffalo on Thursday, the 5 seed goes to the UConn Huskies, baby. UConn is the 5 seed. Let's see who they got for the 12. '12 seed is New Mexico State. Wow, they move up to a 12 seed. They put them up to a 12. I thought they'd be a 13. New Mexico State against UConn in the first round. Arkansas. Oh, man, that's going to be a big-time matchup right there. Arkansas meets UConn. Who's the 13, though? Who will be the 13? Oh, baby. Vermont. Vermont's been playing some great basketball. Ben Shungu, a 6th-year senior for Vermont. That team is top 10 in offensive efficiency. That's a tremendous matchup right there. Alabama gets a 6 seed. 11 seed. Who we got against Alabama? Playing game, Rutgers or Notre Dame. Told you so, Notre Dame will get the playing game. There they are. Have to play their way right into the bracket. That'll be on Friday. That'll be a Wednesday night playing game for Notre Dame against Rutgers. Friday, 3 versus 14. Who we got for the 3? Waiting on the 3 seed coming up. 3 seed will be Texas Tech. That defense, something special. So tough for Texas Tech. Number 1 rated KenPom. They will take on Montana State in the first round matchup. Big Sky tournament champions for Montana State. Number 7 seed is Michigan State. Sparty. Who are they going to get in the bracket? We'll see as a 10. Oop. I got New Mexico. Yep, I got to put State on that. They got Davidson. Davidson losing today. Barely. Against Richmond, which Richmond stole a bid from someone. Duke will be the 2 seed in this region. Duke, playing out in South Carolina, Greenville on Friday, will take on a 15 seed. That'll be Cal State Fullerton, who Duke will face. Big West champions. All right, that's the first part of the bracket right there from the West region. Wow. Gonzaga against Georgia State. Boise State against Memphis. Going to be a really good game, I feel like. UConn against New Mexico State. Interesting for that matchup right there. Is New Mexico State had a couple losses down the end of their schedule. UConn's got a really good interior defense for them. Much more balanced, I feel like, from last season for this Huskies team. They are physical as well. Could very well possibly set up UConn to Arkansas, but Vermont is a sleeper team. Vermont passing the ball extremely well. They are efficient. They can defend inside. And that's going to be a tough matchup there. And then Alabama will take on a play-in game winner between the Rutgers and Notre Dame. Texas Tech, the 3 seed, will face Montana State. Duke against Cal State Fullerton. Michigan State's got Davison, another great game. All these storylines about this one. Foster Loyer, point guard of Davison, transferred in the offseason. Michigan State's going to be taking on Davison and former Michigan State Spartan. Wow. Some big-time storylines into that matchup right there. That's a great game. All right, let's continue the bracket here. Looks like they're going to take a break first, and then they're going to do the top right corner of the bracket coming up in a little bit. Wow. Incredible start to this bracket reveal right here. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell if you guys would like to be notified here. Future live streams I cover play-by-play basketball games, college hoops, NBA, and all are welcome to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group as well. These are live bracket reveal right now. This is the live bracket reveal. Yeah, this would be the Arizona division that is up. So this is going to be coming up the top right. Arizona's part of the bracket coming up. Some really good matchups out of this tier of the bracket. Vermont is a super efficient team. They are a sleeper. They've only played one power conference team, and that is Providence. They lost by 10 on the road at the Dunk back in December. They're one of the most experienced teams in all of college basketball. That's going to be a really, really good matchup against Arkansas because I've loved watching Arkansas all season long. And that's a toss-up right there. Yes, I cover play-by-play for NBA and college. Shock about here, I think New Mexico as the 12 and Vermont as the 13. Or for New Mexico State. New Mexico State lost a couple of games down the stretch. Vermont was super hot. They only had one loss in conference play, and they were missing one of their key starters. Michigan State against Davison, that is a super-duper incredible matchup. Davison's got some really good shooters on their team. Top 10 in three-point shooting this season. Michigan State is struggling to get their point guards healthy. They turn over the basketball a lot. That would be a long shot right there. If Boise State can defeat Memphis. Yeah, Boise State's in the 250s nationally in scoring. They struggle at free throw shooting too. They got the defense. It's just scoring efficiency. It's just not there. That's the thing. All right, here we go. Top right part of the bracket. It's gonna be the number 2 1 seed. That goes to Arizona. So Arizona, the second 1 seed in the bracket. This is the top right corner of the bracket. Kentucky's definitely going to be in here. Arizona, we're going to see who they face. They're going to face a play-in game winner probably. Probably going to be Bryant, as we will see right here. Arizona will face... There we go. Wright State or Bryant. Wright State or Bryant. Bryant destroyed Wagner in the NEC championship game. Let's see who Arizona's going to face. The 8 or 9 draw. Seton Hall. Seton Hall out of the Big East. 9 seed coming up. It's on CBS right now where they're revealing it. TCU, that's a good matchup. Both of those teams struggle scoring, though. It's going to be tough to keep up against Arizona in the second round. Arizona is just so efficient, which is huge for Arizona because they're without their point guard, Kirk Kriisa, for a little bit. But if they can get them back to the second week, and that is massive. Houston draws a 5. Houston with a big win over Memphis today in the American Championship. Houston's going to face as a 12, a UAB. Jordan Jelly Walker, 1,000-plus point scorer for the Blazers. They won in triple overtime in their semifinal matchup to even get to the Conference USA Championship game. Illinois draws a 4 seed. Illinois will face a 13. That will be Chattanooga. Chattanooga, led by their big man Silvio De Souza, a transfer from Kansas. Double-double machine in the victory over Furman, the SoCon Conference champions. They can defend the perimeter. They've got a great defense. That could be a sneaky matchup right there for the Fighting Illini. If Illinois gets streaky from the outside, they were in their first Big Ten tournament game against Indiana. 6 against 11. Colorado State draws the 6th seed. David Roddy, top player in that team this season. 6'6", 250. Great scorer, great rebounder. Well deserved for them. A lot of juniors in that squad for the Rams. Number 11 seed. You gotta be kidding me. Come on, man. How in the world did they make it into the bracket? 17-14, dude. 17-14. You gotta put Oklahoma in the bracket. Oklahoma's 18-15. 17-14. Never been on a winning streak since late January. You gotta be kidding me. Absolutely kidding me. What is this? Tennessee gets the 3 seed. That loss against UCF, I guess, doesn't mean anything. You lost by 14 points against UCF, and they put Michigan in the bracket solid as an 11. Tennessee takes on Longwood, a 14 seed. First ever NCAA tournament bid for the Longwood Lacers out in Virginia. 7 seed. Playing on Friday down in Pittsburgh, Ohio State. The Buckeyes been playing the worst basketball out of anybody in the country the past 2 weeks. They're going to get a 10 seed here. Loyola Chicago. There go the Ramblers, baby. It's a very favorable matchup there for Loy Chi. 2 seed. Can the Ramblers pull it off again? They got Villanova. That's quite tough. Colin Gillespie, he's been on a whole nother level this season. Comes back, extra year with the program. And man, he is a silent assassin. Incredible season by Gillespie. Stacked with seniors in that team. They get a local matchup, though. That's a good game between Delaware. Local matchup. These two teams usually play once every so often out in November. Villanova's going to get Delaware. So that is the top right part of the bracket there. Arizona State drawing Wright State or Bryant, the play-in game winner. Peter Kiss, the top scorer in the nation for the Bryant Bulldogs. Hopefully no fans fighting in the stands in this one. I don't think so when you have a team from Rhode Island taking on Arizona. Seton Hall TCU, great game, 8 versus 9. Houston UAB, great matchup as well. Houston, incredible defensively, great on the glass. Physical type of team. UAB, though, winning Conference USA, you can never count them out. Able to pull out victories in shootouts for UAB. Jordan Jelly Walker, a 1,000-point scorer. Illinois against Chattanooga. Chattanooga with a solid defense, multiple seniors in that team. Illinois has got a great perimeter surrounding Kofi Coburn. That's a great matchup to look out for. Chattanooga is well prepared for that matchup. Furman makes the most threes out of any team in the country. And Chattanooga able to survive against Furman. I think Chattanooga is going to go in well prepared into that game. That could go either way. Illinois is a hot pick for the Final Four as well if they sneak through that one. Colorado State and Michigan. The 6 against the 11 in that bracket tier right there. Tennessee against Longwood, the 3 against 14. Tennessee has been playing lights out lately. They are number 3 per KenPom per adjusted defensive efficiency, and their offensive playmakers have really, really stepped up. Santiago Vescovi today with a huge game. They got young guards, and they've come a long way. Kennedy Chandler, Zakai Ziegler, really good team there for Tennessee, the SEC champs. Ohio State, Loyola Chicago. Loyola Chicago, undersized type of team. Ohio State, though, doesn't have the guards. They only have 2 key players for Ohio State. E.J. Liddell is carrying that team. And then Malachi Branham, a freshman. Loyola Chicago has got a lot of guards on their team. Tournament experience, and that's what the tournament usually thrives upon, is guard play. Villanova against Delaware in that first round matchup. Just Villanova is playing some of their best basketball as of late. They schedule one of the toughest non-conference slates out of anybody in the country for Villanova. So if you guys are doing on the stream here, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much all for joining in. What a bracket reveal we've got so far. So we are halfway through in this one. Crazy. Colorado State against Michigan. Just interesting game there. Colorado State just doesn't have size. That's the thing. They're really good at the free throw line. So those are the matchups to the top portion of the bracket. We'll go down to the bottom in just a moment. I can't believe it. All right, we're going to switch sides here. We go to bottom right, Region 3 coming up in a couple moments. I have no clue. If Michigan's in, Oklahoma's got to be in. So here's the team still looking for their name to be called. SMU, Wyoming, San Francisco, Miami, Xavier, Wake Forest, Texas A&M, BYU. Michigan lost against UCF, and they made it in. And it wasn't even a close game. Yep, they lost against Minnesota. That's right. All right, so here we go. Bottom right corner of the bracket. This is the third region that we're going to be drawing in right now. Here we go, the Kansas Jayhawks. Kansas winners of the Big 12 tournament. Ochai Agbaji, an incredible star. This team has faced the toughest defenses in the nation per KenPom. But Kansas, they've got the most Quad 1 and Quad 2 victories combined out of any team in all college basketball. Agbaji's the star, lit backcourt with Christian Brown. David McCormack and Jalen Wilson are really stepping up for this team as of late. They got a great playmaker with DeJuan Harris. They're going to face a playing game winner. Both of them are from Texas. Texas Southern. Or Texas A&M Corpus Christi. I'll just do that for Texas A&M Corpus Christi. San Diego State. They get the 8 seed. That team's a really good defensive team for SDSU this season. They'll take on Creighton. That's a Low-scoring affair right there in the first round between these two teams. Creighton lost their point guard around 2 weeks ago. They have rallied, though, and they made it all the way to the Big East Championship. Iowa Hawkeyes, Big Ten tournament title winners. Explosive offense. Will they draw the Jackrabbits in the first round of SDSU? We will see if there's going to be another SDSU coming up here. Will they take on South Dakota State or not? The 12 seed in the bracket will be the Richmond Spiders. Richmond knocking off Davison to get a spot in the tournament. And they are one of the most experienced teams in all of college basketball. Richmond with a couple super seniors in that squad, bringing back Jacob Gillier, Providence. There's my team right there, the Friars. One of the most experienced teams as well on the field, trying to bounce back like they did the first time when they lost by a lot. South Dakota State, there you go. Oh boy. Can South Dakota State get hot from three? That is the question there. Ran the table in the Summit League for South Dakota State. Yikes, that's going to be a tough one. Honestly, that's a tough one. LSU gets the 6. Just fired their head coach yesterday. Iowa State, an 11 seed. Ouch. I don't know who to pick for that one. Yikes. Iowa State going downhill. Wisconsin. They're a 3 seed. Johnny Davis carrying them all season long. 14. This is out in Milwaukee as well. They're going to take on Colgate. Oh boy. Colgate moves up to a 14. They got 5 double-digit scores. This team can score lights out. They are a team to watch out for. 2 tournament appearances under head coach Matt Lengel. They're going to get a third. Will the third time be a charm for Colgate? 5 might outweigh 1 in that matchup. USC. They are the 7 seed. Miami, Florida can shoot the 3 ball. They've got guards on that team. USC is front court for them. Interesting type of matchup there. The Canes are a scrappy type of team. Auburn as the 2 seed. Colgate is a very good team. They beat Syracuse by 15. They ran the table in the Patriot the last 3 seasons. Auburn's going to get the easy draw. They get Jacksonville State. You have to win that one if you're Auburn. That's a startup game right there. Jacksonville State even lucky to be in the bracket. Should have been Bellarmine. Oop. Actually, I can put it in as ST. Oop. Something moving. Yeah, that's a tough one, man. Ouch. They got the worst of the draws for Providence. The worst of the draws. That's just really, really tough one. How they get that draw. Yeah, it's tough. They might pull a Pacific once again on that one. That's a really good game between USC and Miami. I think Miami's got the chance in that one. Because the tournament, it's all about guard shining. And Miami's got some really good guards on the team. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here. Future live streams that I do cover. Appreciate all for being a part on the channel. If anybody's interested in joining the Behind Your Basketball Bracket Challenge group, that link is pinned to the chat if anybody's interested in doing so. Yeah, I could get it very well. Iowa against South Dakota State in that second round. Miami's got a lot of good guards in their team. And they're really good at generating turnovers. Yeah, I was shocked to see that too. Yeah, Charlie Moore was a bucket getter when he played for DePaul. So some of these teams haven't had their name called just yet. Here's the teams: Indiana, Wyoming, SMU, Xavier, Texas A&M, BYU, Wake Forest, Oklahoma. Those are some of the teams that haven't had their name called just yet. San Francisco. Mark on the stream, welcome in, man. Gonna take some time to absorb this once I get off in a little bit. Wow. Houston's got UAB. That's a dangerous team. I do like Houston, though, in that one, I feel like. I think UAB is going to make it close, though. Yeah, I think Wyoming's out. I think 4 teams in the Mountain West was a little bit too much. Texas A&M's name hasn't been called yet. They had the same conference record as LSU and Alabama. I'm not sure when the times are going to be released. I think within the next few days. I know they released the play-in game times rather soon. They might actually release the times like later today or maybe tomorrow. Yes, Memphis got called. Memphis is playing Boise State. All right, here we go. Final number 1 seed, bottom left part of the bracket, region number 4. As that will be the Baylor Bears as they get the last 1 seed in the bracket. Baylor will face a 16 seed. And this is out in Fort Worth. Thursday night against Norfolk State. So Baylor against Norfolk State. In that first round matchup, who will Baylor play in the second round? That's the 8 versus 9. 8 is UNC. North Carolina Tar Heels get the 8 seed. That's a good game, Marquette. Probably put UNC. Kind of jamming into the letters right there. Yep, Michigan got put in the tournament. St. Mary's got up to a 5 seed. Slow tempo type of team, play really good defense, and they will face a play-in game winner. Wyoming gets the respect. Somebody got left out of the bracket, and I hope it wasn't Texas A&M. Texas A&M deserves to be here. Wyoming or Indiana, a play-in game winner, will face St. Mary's in that first round on Thursday. Interesting to see if they draw the 4 seed coming up. I think the 6 in this region is probably Texas, I would imagine. Wonder what the 4 would be out of this grouping right now. That would be UCLA. That's right, the Bruins. Bruins going to take on Akron. Akron, big winners over Kent State yesterday in the MAC championship. So UCLA gets the 4, Texas gets the 6. 11, here's a bubble team for you. Right here, all the marbles, or it's going to be a conference tournament champion. Virginia Tech. Only one we're missing on the bubble is just the 10. Virginia Tech against Texas. Virginia Tech is red hot right now. Purdue, the 3 seed. Texas is just zero chemistry on their team right now. Can they defend the perimeter? That's the thing. Virginia Tech's one of the hottest teams in all of college basketball. Purdue's going to face Yale in that first round matchup. Yale winning the Ivy. Virginia Tech got a pretty good draw. They might have a chance there to make it to the second weekend. Murray State is the 7. Watch out for these Racers. Best record in all of college basketball. 30 victories for Murray State. So they get some respect. They're definitely not an 8, definitely not a 9. They get put as a 7. They have a chance to knock off a 2 seed. It's going to be Big Blue, though, which is tough. It's going to set up an all-Kentucky type of matchup. Murray State pulls San Francisco. That's the bubble team we were looking for. So it was enough for the Dons to make it to the tournament. Mid-major first round Thursday out in Indianapolis. Yeah, TCU got put against, they got put earlier in the bracket, Kentucky. And that is a shame that there's no Texas A&M. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. There's no Texas A&M. No Texas A&M who had the same conference record as Alabama and LSU. You gotta be kidding me. Gotta be absolutely kidding me that there was no Texas A&M. St. Peter's Peacocks. That's who Kentucky's gonna face in the first round. They get the Peacocks. TCU is taking on Seton Hall. So that's the 8 versus 9 matchup. So the teams that did not make it to the bracket, Texas A&M did not make it to the bracket. BYU, Wake Forest, Xavier, SMU. Texas A&M did not make it to the bracket. And Oklahoma didn't either. And Michigan at 17 and 14 got put in the bracket. It's ridiculous. That's all that the NCAA cares about. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. They put 9 Big Ten teams all in the bracket. Texas A&M, first 4 out on standby, along with SMU, Oklahoma, and Dayton. It's terrible. How is Texas A&M the 4th team out of the bracket? Yeah, that's what I've been saying all weekend. How in the world Michigan gets put in and Oklahoma doesn't? It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. This team lost by 14 points against UCF. Lost against Minnesota. They're 8-7 in Big Ten play with Juwan Howard. Do you realize that? The committee realized that. With a coach, you're 8-7 with him. They haven't gone on a winning streak in over 1.5 months. It's ridiculous. So last 4 in were Indiana, Notre Dame, Rutgers, and Wyoming happen to be the last team in. And they say the first team out was Dayton. Dayton was ahead of Oklahoma for the first team out, and then Texas A&M was the 4th team listed out. Just crazy. Absolutely crazy. They were playing some of their best basketball right now. They were on a 7-game winning streak for Texas A&M entering today. All right, so thanks so much all for joining in today. So we have the bracket reveal. I'll go through the regions once again here. So this is the top portion of the bracket, as I'll put that up for you guys right here. Top portion of the bracket looks like that with all the matchups for the first 2 regions. Some interesting games that we have for sure going down. A lot of the great matchups. I'll go through one of the top ones in the first round. Michigan State against Davidson. A lot of great storylines in that matchup. Foster Loyer, point guard of Davidson, transferred in the offseason from Michigan State over to Davidson. Just really great game between that 10 versus 7 matchup. Chattanooga, Illinois should be a great one too. Same as Houston, UAB. And Seton Hall, TCU. That top right side with Arizona's region. It's got some really good games along that line right there. Arkansas, Vermont. That's a good one too with the 4 versus 13. And Michigan gets put up against Colorado State, which is just a total size mismatch right there. Hunter Dickinson's going to have himself a monster game in that one. He's going to have a monster game, that matchup there. Colorado State's a really undersized team. They got put in a really tough matchup right there. The playing games, Rutgers, Notre Dame in a playing game. That's for the battle of the 11 seed to take on Alabama. In the bottom part of the brackets, playing game with Wyoming and Indiana. Winner of that one will take on St. Mary's. South Dakota State is one of the most dangerous teams in all of college basketball. They could go in the shootouts with you, and they are sizzling with that team. 13-4 against Providence. Providence is the team that I root for, and yeah, they get the worst draw in the bracket, in my opinion. That's going to be a tough one. San Diego State against Creighton, that's an under type of game. Both of those teams got really, really good defenses. And USC Miami, interesting matchup too. Miami with their guards going up against USC with more of their front court experience. And then Wisconsin Colgate. Wisconsin against Colgate is a sleeper type of matchup right there for that one. All right, so we're going to sign off. Before I do sign off, hit the thumbs up if you guys are new. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. If you guys would like to be notified of future live streams here. I'm going to post in the bracket challenge. If any of you is interested joining in the bracket challenge, feel free to do so. Or welcome to click the link and then hit join bracket. Just create an ESPN account and hit the join group. And then you'll be able to fill out your bracket when you do have a chance. Duke's playing Cal State Fullerton in the first round. All right, so happy bracketing, everybody. I'll be calling some of these games throughout the tournament for play-by-play. If anybody's interested, feel free to join in for the play-by-play streams. Absolutely fire. So check them out if you haven't already done so. And we'll close out to the channel members here. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams, as we have Jason, Cindy, Rajip, Old Ed Deuce, Brian, SG Sports Talk, Russell, D-Block, BP Greg, Oreo Pudding, Bino, Arohan, Mike, Mark, John, Jessica, Stephanie, Ahino Josa, Elkian JR490, Woody, Warren, I Am Ghost, Pamela, Keith, Isaiah, Manon Hayes, Barco, Dave, Rise of Steel, Kelly, and Bruin. Thanks so much for joining in today for the bracket reveal. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night, everybody, and happy bracketing. He's signing off right now. And enjoy the rest of your night, everybody.